Yo, what is going on, guys? BDB coming back to you with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be getting into a tier list. Where do these guys rank on a S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and do not get? Before we get into the video, please make sure you are subscribed as we're on the road to 200 subscribers, guys. So please make it happen for me. I'm on the actual road for 1,000. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the video as well. And as well as comment anything in the comment section below. And tell me where you guys think I went wrong as far as my opinion on this. Again, this is my opinion. So if you guys differ, then please let me know in the comments. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So right here off the bat, we have Adrian Dantley. This is a do not get card. I can't stress that enough, guys. I do not like this card at all. He is a garbage man. He's a garbage can. And just simply do not spend your time. Now, you're obviously going to get him on the Essential board, and you probably will. But at the same time, man, he's got no 3-ball, which is absolutely disgusting. He's very undersized. I think he's about 6'5", if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, he's just he's a good defensive player, but at the same time, man, he is going to get those Showtime dunks. At the same time, man, don't waste your time playing with this card. Yeah, if you want to test him, go ahead, but an absolute terrible card. Andrew Bogut. I'm going to put him in the C tier, I'm sorry, the D tier category. And the reason why is he's just that big body that can board people. He's going to be getting like a lot of rebounds, and he's going to be setting those screens. And I think he's just like a Dwight Howard type of player, although I don't think he's as good athletically as him. He's going to be very, very solid. Then we have Antoine Jamison, not in that one. He's going to go up into A tier, and the reason why is because his release is money. I don't think he has the best release in the game, but it is debatable. So Antoine Jamison, great at defense. He can play that power forward position where I would play him. An overall solid card. I've used him once, although a lot of people cook me with him, and he is an absolute monster. So Antoine Jamison, get into A tier. Next, we have Baron Davis. I have not used this card, guys. For what he brings to the table, I'm going to put him in D tier. Like I said, I have not used the card, although I have versed people that have used him. He's okay. He's kind of, I mean, he's, what, 6'3", 6'2", somewhere in there. I don't really particularly like the card. I rather have a taller point guard. I rather have somebody that is, I mean, a little better, to be honest. I mean, yes, I have not used him, so I can't really speak on him. At the same time, man, like, I feel like he is a decent point guard, but that D tier is perfect for him, in my opinion. Bill Walton. I don't know. I actually do like Bill Walton. I guess Bill Walton. I'm probably going to put him in D tier. At the same time, I might move him down a tier. Bill Walton is not that bad. He has a great mid-range shot. Yes, he's a little slow at that 70 speed, but he's going to get the job done for you in terms of the rebounding. Actually, no, I'm going to move him down. I don't mind Bill Walton. I mean, yes, compared to Anthony Davis and et cetera, he is below average. But again, that mid-range shot is not bad. I mean, I'm going to put him in do not get, but I actually don't mind the card. Cedric Maxwell. I'm not too high on this card. I'm going to put him B tier. He's got an 83-point shot, if I'm not mistaken, although his animations are very good. His release is very good. I don't think he is the best card in the game. I do think other cards are better. I'm taking a look here. I think Kawhi's better than him. Scotty's better than him. Ranking just the Opals. No, I'm going to go ahead and put him up. I'm going to put him up into A tier. He's a very solid card, don't get me wrong. I just don't think he is that S tier player because of his 83 ball. And in my opinion, I feel like a guy has to have a lot of good things going for him if he's going to be in that S tier. Gary Payton is another card I'm going to put in A tier. He brings a lot to the table, good 3-ball, or he's great at defense. He's just that little undersized, which makes him apart from that S tier. I believe he's 6'3", if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I do, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments about the height and stuff. I'm not too sure. I have used him once on a different account, and plus I verse him all the time when I'm playing Unlimited. But yeah, he's an A tier player, no doubt about it. Donovan Mitchell, I'm going to put him in the B tier. Why do I say that? Well, he is very undersized. He's 6'1", and I just don't like the way he, I mean, I do like him. He's a very solid card. It's just that B, I don't know, guys. I'm going to go ahead and I might put him in A tier, and I'm going to go ahead and move Gary down. But Donovan Mitchell is a very solid card overall. He's just very undersized. So if he comes up against Alonzo Ball, Magic Johnson, Ben Simmons, heck, even a Don O, he's going to get dominated in terms of the size of him. So I'm going to put him in A tier because everything is good about this card except for that height. Brandon Roy, S tier, no doubt about it. Brandon Roy is an S tier. He is undersized. He is about 6'6", I believe, but he can play the 2 guard, and he is an absolute monster. I've seen people not like this card. He's an S tier player. His release, he's basically a T-Mac clone, maybe a little worse than T-Mac. No, he's an S tier player, no doubt about it. Then we have Fred Brown. I have not used this card, guys, and people swear by him. I'm going to just stick him into D tier. The reason why is because I have not used the card, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he's undersized, if I'm not mistaken. But at the same time, man, like I said, I haven't used the card, so I can't really speak too much on him. But yeah, a guy that I really enjoy is Chris Webber here. He's not in C tier. I'm gonna put him in B tier. The reason why I say B tier is because, yes, he's got a great release. Yes, I mean he's a really good player. But is he better than an Anthony Davis? No. Is he better than a Giannis? No. Is he? I just don't think he's up there in terms of the S tier players. I would prefer maybe a Bill Russell over him, and that's just my play style. Looking at Clyde Drexler here, I really like this card. This is a hard one. This is a very hard one. I think I'm going to go with S tier as well with Clyde Drexler. The reason why is because his shot is good. His animations are great. He dunks on everybody. Actually, no. His dribbling is okay. I don't remember if he has the Curry slide or not. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. His dribbling animations are okay. Everything else is going for this card. He doesn't have Hall of Fame Deadeye, which I love on a card. So overall, man, I'm going to stick him into that A tier. But coming up here, we have a Deadlift Shrimp. I'm going to put him in C tier. I have used the card once. He is a solid player. I just feel like he brings shooting to the table and nothing else. Yes, he plays a little bit of defense. Yes, he can play lanes decent. But overall, I feel like he's just that big shooter that can go ahead and just get you a bucket whenever you need it on the shooting end. I have him. He's not going to make my squad at all. But at the same time, man, if you need a great 3-and-D cone, that's what's he going to be. He reminds me of a Klay Thompson, like a worse Klay Thompson. Fred VanVleet, B tier, no doubt about it. I love this card. I played with him once as well as his Amethyst card. And dude, if you guys want a great shooter that's not going to sell you, because like a guy like Kevin McHale, an example, he sells me more often than not. A B tier. B tier is where I would place Fred VanVleet, although he is a little undersized. He does not make my main squad. If you guys need a great point guard that is going to knock down shots consistently and play a little defense, I would recommend Fred VanVleet. Then we got Giannis. S tier, no doubt about it. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He is basically just a demigod. He can shoot the ball with this Galaxy up on an 83-point apex. He's got almost one of the best defensive animations in the game, etc., etc. He is just a very solid card overall, and his pink diamond that can play the center, I had him for a long time, but no. Giannis is definitely, without question, in the S tier category. Just brings a lot to the table and one of the best defensive animations in the game. Jamal Murray. Where would I rank this card? He's a very solid card. C tier. Don't get me wrong, guys. I really do like Jamal Murray. I've tested him out once. I've competed against him. He cooks me. I just don't think he has what it takes. I think a Fred VanVleet is better. I think a Gary Payton is better. In terms of the defensive end, Jamal Murray brings a lot to the table. I just don't think he's better than these guys. I just don't. Donovan Mitchell. I think he's a better player than Jamal Murray, etc., etc. So I think that C tier is good. I probably will get a lot of hate for that. At the same time, man, like I feel like Jamal Murray is in that C tier category. Don O. Get into S tier. Don Ole, guys, if you do not know, has everything going for him. His speed, his height, he's 6'3". He has great badges. He can dunk on people. He's a great three-point shooter and mid-range shooter. I don't see any flaws with this, and his defense is elite. There is, well, I can see one flaw that people might say, and it's Hall of Fame Deadeye. He does not have it. He has it on gold. But at the same time, man, that's what sets him apart from everybody, is just his badges, his showtime. He's a great player overall, and I really, really like this player. I know a lot of people might disagree with me on that, but in my opinion, I feel like these three guys are set apart from all these other guys. Then we got Jeremy Lin. I don't like the card. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't like his release. I don't like his animations, his demeanor on the court. I don't like him, and maybe I'm just a little biased. I would prefer a Jamal Murray, a deadlift shrimp over him. He's just not that good. I'm able to D him up. I actually have not versed the card. I've versed him plenty of times on opposing player squads. He's just not that good. And I'm half tempted to put in do not get. He's just not that good. Actually, I might move Baron Davis down a tier, considering the fact that I just don't like him either. I'm not too high on them. I have used Jeremy Lin once. I have not used Jeremy Lin yet. But at the same time, people cook me all the time with him. But at the same time, man, I just don't see it. I just don't like his release. And it is okay. I mean, I'm not too high on the card. Jimmy Butler, D tier. Jimmy Butler is a great, solid player, although he is a bit outdated. Same thing with Baron Davis, guys, and some of these guys down here, they're just outdated. Jimmy Butler is the one that's outdated, in my opinion, the most. He's still a solid card, so if you need a great defensive player, go grab him. But at the same time, man, it is what it is. He's outdated, and I'd rather have a guy like Hondo at my 2, Kawhi Leonard at my 2, Dwayne Wade at my 2, just anything like that as well. But he is a very solid card overall. Damian Lillard. His Opal just came out a little bit ago. Do not get. You're going to obviously lock in for him, which is fine if you do. Or actually, I'll put him in D tier. He's still a very solid card with Hall of Fame range extender. He's a very solid card, although his Galaxy Opal just came out. So, I mean, this one is free. So that's why I'm saying he's in D tier, but his other Galaxy Opal is just that little bit better. But at the same time, man, it is what it is. Hondo, this dude cooks me left and right, yo. I'm telling you. I know in the 250K qualifier, Splash was using him. I'm half tempted to put him in S tier, but I'm going to put him in A tier. I feel like he's just a little bit outdated. He's not crazy outdated. I would prefer a T-Mac, Brandon Roy, Kawhi Leonard, just those kind of guys, etc. Luka Doncic, etc., etc. But at the same time, man, Hondo cooks everybody. I'm very high on this card. I just don't think he has what it takes to be in that S tier player. But no, he would be in the top A tier. Like, he's borderline S tier. Like that, he's just that good. In fact, I think I'm gonna make him an S tier. I'm sorry, but he cooks me so much, and I have not used the card. But dude, everybody smokes me with Hondo. It is absolutely ridiculous. Juan Carlos Navarro. Juan Carlos, I'm going to go ahead and set him A tier. I love this card. No doubt about it. He is a monster. An absolute monster, man. He was going for a buyout when I got him. I don't understand why. This card is so good. I prefer him over 9 times out of 10 every other point guard in the game, with maybe the exception of Luka. Maybe, but that's debatable. Kawhi Leonard. Oh, Kawhi Leonard is S tier, no doubt about it. Hall of Fame clamps, Hall of Fame range, Hall of Fame everything, man. This card is an absolute wrecking ball, and he is a force to be reckoned with. He was the reward, so if you didn't get a chance to get him, go with his pink diamond. It's very similar, although that Galaxy Opal Kawhi Leonard, in my opinion, has got to be in the S tier, no doubt about it. He's my starter, my starting 2 guard, and I absolutely love the card. Then we have Anthony Davis. S tier, no doubt about it. Now, there's other cards that are coming out, and they're going to be a little better, but Anthony Davis, no. I have not used the card, guys, don't get me wrong, but everybody smokes me with him. I've seen the card being used, and he's an S tier, no doubt about it. Then we move on to Bill Russell. I'm not too high on this card. C tier? Bill Russell's a solid card. He's some of the best animations in the game. And they always, 2K, what always does is 2K gives the 6'9", 6'8", 6'7" guys that can play the center a lot better animations than a 7-footer can. That's just, I don't know. I don't know why 2K does it. They just do. So yeah, Bill Russell is C tier. Although he's a great player, I don't recommend him above these guys in the S tier category, especially Anthony Davis. Then we have Hedo Turkoglu. I have not used this card, guys. I'm gonna set him in B tier. No, I'm gonna set him in A tier. I think he deserves to be in A tier. Hedo Turkoglu, I have had people verse him, or have people verse him. I've come up against him many times. He's a great, solid player. I would recommend him for you guys, and although I have not tried him out, I feel like he would be a great addition to the squad for anybody. I actually was debating on getting him, although he was a 100K player. I prefer Lamar. I preferred Lamar Odom over him, but Lamar Odom I did not like. So at the same time, man, go pick up a Hedo Turkoglu. I think he's well worth the investment. Dwayne Wade. People cook me. I'm going to put him in B tier. And the reason why I set this card in B tier is considering the fact he is a little outdated. And that's really it. You know, I don't really know the badges fully on him. But at the same time, man, he cooks a lot of people. He cooks a lot of people. And, you know, when I was competing when he first came out, this guy was an absolute monster. Although I prefer a Juan Carlos Navarro, I would prefer a Hondo Don Ole, you know, Gary Payton over him. It is what it is, man. So he would be at the lower end of the a B tier, but he's still a very solid card. Kermit, okay, Kermit, guys, I have used this card on a different account. He is an absolute monster. He deserves to be in that A tier category. An absolute insane. Wait, this is. Hang on, I'm thinking of a different card. Am I thinking of a different card? Wait a minute, hang on. Oh my God, wait a minute. Okay, no. Okay, I have not used this card. My mistake, guys. It was Spencer Haywood that I've used. Kermit Washington, I have not used him, guys, but a lot of people smoke me with him. I'm going to set him in B tier. Guys, the cards that I have not used are objective. They're debatable. Like I said, I haven't used them personally, so I'm kind of judging on what their badges are. What people have used on me with them. Like I said, guys, if I haven't used the card, it's objective. You guys can put him anywhere. I'm kind of just sticking him in B tier because I haven't used the card yet, okay? Hakeem Olajuwon is a great card, but I'm going to put him in C tier. Reason why is I feel like he's a little outdated, and even though I think he comes with like 20-something Hall of Fame badges, you know, I just don't think he's the best shooter. He's got like an 80-something 3-ball, if I'm not mistaken. But his release feels a little sluggish in my personal opinion. And I prefer an Anthony Davis. I prefer a Chris Webber over him. And, you know, I like to point center, and Chris Webber would be there. Anthony Davis would be there. But Hakeem Olajuwon, although he has great animations, is just at that C level. Then we got Kevin Durant. Is this even a question? He is S tier, no doubt about it. Kevin Durant is one of those guys that if you need, and he's also a power forward, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Kevin Durant's going to get you a solid bucket, and he is a very great card overall. He can play that 4 spot or that 3 spot, and man, he is just with his range extender, his clamps. He's got some of the greatest animations, and man, he just sauces everybody. No, I have not used the card, guys, but at the same time, man, everybody cooks with him. People in the 250K were using him, and he was just a very solid card. Up next is Kevin McHale. Do not worry about this card. I'm telling you, I absolutely hate this card. I've used him on multiple occasions. He was in my main squad, and I was excited to use him. But, guys, I am telling you, he sells you more often than not. I hate this card. I hate it with a blazing passion. Do not get this card. I mean, obviously, he's unlimited a reward, and I ended up getting him. But at the same time, man, like, I just can't stand this card. Then we move on to Klay Thompson. Wherever Deadlift Shrimp is, Klay Thompson's going to be there. Go with the Diamond Klay Thompson, man. Klay Thompson is a great 3-and-D cone. He's going to give you some great defensive animations, although I have not used the card. I have used the Diamond, and they are basically the same thing. You know, I mean, this Galaxy Opal Klay Thompson bring you a little bit more? Yes. Go with the Diamond. You're not missing anything. Diamond Klay is the best budget card in the game, hands down. He was like a 10K buyout. But overall, I mean, he's a great solid 3-and-D cone. But, you know, Deadlift Shrimp and, you know, Klay Thompson, it's very debatable when you're going with one of those. And then we have LeBron James. S tier. We got to put him in S tier. Guys, I might end up moving Don Ol or Havlicek down because I'm getting a lot of people in S tier, and I don't just want to flood it with S tier players. But LeBron James is a solid, great card, just like Kevin Durant. He brings you a lot of good stuff, and he also has the best dunk animations in the game. Just like Russell Westbrook, LeBron James is a phenom when at the rim. Skip Bayless says he's the best driver in the basketball game, which I do agree with. He is a very, very solid card, and I would recommend him on any squad, just like any of these S-tier players. Lou Hudson, I haven't used him, although I have seen his animations. I have seen his dunking animations. I have seen his badges, etc., etc. He doesn't have range extender. He doesn't have it, and I was very appalled by this card. Do not worry about this card, guys. I'm telling you. Or I think it was either range extender or clamps. I can't remember. Don't worry about this card, guys. He's an absolute garbage man. Not garbage man. He's a trash can. Just put it that way. Don't worry about him. Luka Doncic, man. Oh my God. And by the way, these two guys, Magic and Luka. Okay, those two guys are an absolute monster. And I'm getting a lot of people in this S tier category, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and move Don Ol down to A tier, although he would be very, very solid up there in the S tier category. And then I might move Brandon Roy down. I just don't think he's better than these types of guys. But at the same time, man, Magic Johnson and Luka, these two guys basically go hand in hand. Luka is that smidge better, but Magic Johnson with Curry slide, his animations, he's 6'9", he can body anybody on the court. I add Pink Diamond Magic Johnson, put Hall of Fame drop step on him, you're going to cheese every single person. Now it's getting to the point where people are running Ben Simmons and Luka and taller point guards, so you got to watch out for that, but no. Magic Johnson, actually, I'm going to put Magic in A tier, and I'm sorry I said he was S tier. He sells me a lot. I just realized he does sell me a lot. His shooting ability, his release is absolute garbage. I prefer Sean Marion's release, although Magic Johnson overall is a very solid card. And I put him in the conversation with Luka. He's probably right here in terms of the A tier list. But guys, Magic Johnson is still a very good card. His release is buns though. And he sells me a lot. But Luka, no question about it. He's in S tier. No question about it. Then we have Yao Ming. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put Yao Ming in C tier, and the reason why is because anybody can cheese with him. He's 7'6", can literally out rebound anybody. He's a cheese guy. I'm telling you, he's better than Andrew Bogut. I'm looking at these. I would prefer him over like Kevin McHale. Any center that I put in here. No, he's a cheese can. He's a cheese ball, and you can literally just get rid of your opponent crazy. If you know how to use Yao Ming, he's really, really good. Like I said, he's a cheese ball. Then we got Moses, A tier. A tier, no question about it. He gets boards. He'd be in the upper end past Magic Johnson. No, he's a very solid card, and people cook me with him. I just don't think he has what it takes to be in the S tier category. Although he's a very solid card, I would prefer an Anthony Davis. I believe Anthony Davis is a little faster, but no, he is a very solid card to play at that center position. I just think that Anthony Davis is that smidge better. Then we have Joker. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Okay, now I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this on Moses and Nikola. I don't like Nikola's release. It's Isaac Bonga based, so I don't like it at all, guys. He's a great card. I just don't like him. I've used him before. He's okay, not the best. But yeah, I mean, I don't prefer him. I would prefer an Anthony Davis over him. I would prefer a Giannis at center over him. It is what it is, man. I don't like his release. Then we have PG-13, S tier player. PG-13 is an S tier player, no doubt about it. I mean, you can argue if you want to put any of these three guys. So Kevin Durant, even Giannis, LeBron, or PG in there. I just love PG. I love his release. I love everything about him. He's a great defensive player, etc., etc. His animations are very good. And PG base is really, really good. I actually really like his release more than any release on the S tier players. Then we have Peja Stojakovic, okay? I have not used this card yet, although I'm going based off his Pink Diamond, and his Pink Diamond was do not get. So I'm going to put him there. I have not used the card, guys. Do not get me wrong. I feel like he's going to be another, well, actually, I'll put him where Klay Thompson and Deadlift Shrimp are. Just, because he reminds me of a Klay Thompson. He reminds me of a Deadlift Shrimp. And I don't think they made his defense worse, so I'll put him in that C tier category. Is there anybody else in the do not get? Anybody else in the do not get? Tony Parker, get into do not get. Russell Westbrook, do not get. Curry, do not get. Okay. Now I'm going to go over my basis for this, guys. Listen. Okay, I have Tony Parker, Russell Westbrook, and Steph Curry and do not get, and that's going to fill out my do not get area. The reason why is because considering Diamond Steph Curry does the same thing as Galaxy Opal Steph Curry, you're not missing anything. Go with the Diamond. It's the same exact thing. Then you have Russell Westbrook. I hate the card. I don't like the card. I don't like his release. I don't like his demeanor on the court. I prefer a Diamond because the Diamond Russell Westbrook is going to give you the exact same thing as well, and that's why I have these two in here. But Tony Parker, he cannot dunk. He can't dunk. I don't understand why anybody would run him. I've never seen anybody run him in the squad. He's an overall solid card, but his dunking is where he kind of shines flat. His defense is okay. I don't really prefer him. Rick Barry, D tier. I've used the card once on a different account. He's a great card, don't get me wrong, but he's kind of outdated for what I want him to do. And, at the same time, yes, he's going to bring you a lot to the table. But at the same time, man, I'll put him in C tier. He reminds me of a Peja, Klay, Deadlift Shrimp. He's really going to do the exact same thing with these guys. Then we have Scottie Pippen. Oh, my gosh. This Scottie Pippen card is S tier, no doubt about it, guys. Scottie Pippen, best defensive animations in the game, along with Giannis, along with PG, along with Dave DeBuscher. He's a monster. I run him in my squad because of one of my subscribers told me to run him. And Kawhi Leonard and Scottie Pippen hand in hand, man. Those guys are insane. I'm telling you. Then we have Shaquille O'Neal. He fits a purpose. He fits a play style that does not mine. So I'm going to put him in C tier. He's a great card. Although I don't really mind him, dude, he bullies people. He's a bully in the paint. You can cheese with him. And by the way, guys, all of these are going to be on current gen. I have not played next gen yet. But yeah, then we have Spencer Haywood. Spencer Haywood I've used once on a different account, and he's very, very, very solid. Put him in that B tier category. I don't really remember what he's about, to be honest, guys. Although I remember he was very solid. So correct me if I'm wrong. But and like I said, I've only used some of these cards once or have not used some of these cards, guys. So go easy on me in the comments, man. Like I said, I haven't used all these cards. But at the same time, man, Spencer Haywood I've used once, and he's a very solid card. Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson is S tier, no doubt about it, guys. I'm actually going to move some of these cards down here. Oh God, it's so hard. All these players, in my opinion, are S tier. No, I'm not going to move any down. These cards are elite. Zion is elite. Zion is more than capable of getting anything to go. His dunk animations, like I said about other guys, best in the game. He's a big body. His body frame is super good. He reminds me of David Robinson in a sense. He does play the small forward or power forward, but he's a defensive monster as well. You can't go wrong with this Zion Williamson. Then we have MJ. I mean, he's good. He's good. I mean, he reminds me of... I mean, is his defense that much better than Klay's? Probably not, in my opinion. I prefer Kawhi over him. I've used him once on a different account. He is okay. I like his release. I like everything about him. It's just, I prefer Kawhi. I prefer Kevin Durant. I prefer these guys over him, which is why he's an A tier. But no, he's going right up here in the top of the A tier. Then we have D Rose. D Rose brings you a lot, but I'm putting him in B tier. Why am I putting him in B tier? Is he better than John Wall? No. Is he better than... Well, he might be a little bit, but I prefer John Wall over him. Is he better than a Don Ole? Obviously, yeah, but I'd still prefer a Don Ole over this card. No, guys, don't get me wrong. He's a very solid card. If you have him, your squad is elite, but is anybody running him in a competitive setting? No, I've never seen it. I haven't even versed this card yet. I've used him once. He's not... he's an elite... He's elite guard, don't get me wrong. But But I feel like you can sell him, get 300 KMT, and go out and you have a Don Ole, you have a John Wall, you have a Juan Carlos. Go pick them up instead of D Rose. I'm telling you, I prefer a Juan Carlos, guys. D-Rob, oh my gosh, I'm putting him in A tier. The reason why is he does not have Hall of Fame range, guys. He does not have Hall of Fame range extender, and I need that on my players. Which is why I'm probably going to move Giannis down. I'm going to move Giannis down to A tier as well. I just need a little bit of room here to, kind of do the S tier players. But no, D-Rob, best body frame in the game. He's big. He's going to get those steals and intercept those lanes. Is he worth the grind? Yes. Go pick him up. You can always apply Hall of Fame range extender to him, but he doesn't come with it, and I'm going based off what he comes with. He does not have that. He's fast, although his release is somewhat kind of not good. He kind of reminds me of Kevin McHale. So when you hit a white with him, it's hard for me to explain. So sometimes he'll hit white, sometimes he won't. It's a love-hate relationship with the card. I have not used the card, but a lot of people have told me that he sells whites. I've watched other streamers use him. I am going to be getting him. I'm level 37. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm level 38, and overall the card is very solid. Yes, I recommend him if you have time. Then we have John Wall. Guys, this card is an absolute demon. He belongs in the S tier category, no doubt about it. The thing is with this card, 99 speed, his dunk animations are fine. Like I said, I prefer him over a Derrick Rose. He's just so good. With that 99 speed, it feels like he's got a great release. He feels like just an Usain Bolt out there on the court. Again, overall solid card, and he's free. That's why, because he's free, he's going up in S tier. Vince Carter, I don't particularly like the card. I think he's just right there with Derrick Rose, etc., etc. Yeah. Vince Carter does have great animations. I don't think he's better than a Kawhi Leonard. I don't think he's better than an MJ. I don't think he's better than a Juan Carlos or even a Cedric Maxwell. With that being said, he belongs in B tier. Dirk, no doubt about it. Get in. Uh-oh. And just like that, I think my thing froze here. I don't know what happened. Okay, guys. My thing just froze, but I'm gonna go ahead and oh, there it is. Did it go? Okay, guys. So just like that, it's not responding to me. But if I were to put these last four guys in tiers, I'm going with Wes. If I had to pick Wes Unseld, he's going right up here into S tier. Harden, I'm going to put him in B tier. And Tracy McGrady is going into, where's Brandon Roy at? Okay, S tier. And Wilt Chamberlain would go into C tier. I don't know why this is not responding, but that would be my tier list, guys. The reason being, T-Mac is a god. His release is butter. Wes Unseld, best center in the game, in my opinion. He does have the Curry slide, and he's the only person to have it. And then he also have Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, Wilt Chamberlain's good, although he can't shoot. Would be in that C tier category with Shaq. He's basically another Shaq. James Harden, I said B tier if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, the card is good, although I would, okay, so it's working a little bit. Not too sure. Okay, guys, and then Harden, yeah, would be in that B tier category or C tier, somewhere in there, guys. But make sure you guys comment down below. Like I said, man, make sure if you are new, you hit that subscribe button. I do apologize. Oh, there we go. I'll finish this out. I will finish this out. So, Wes Unseld, S tier, no doubt about it. T-Mac, S tier, no doubt about it. And the S tier players, guys, you can make an argument. C tier, and then James Harden, I put in B tier. Okay, guys, this is my tier list. If you disagree with me, make sure you let me know in the comments. Again, this is just my opinion. I didn't want to have a lot of players in S tier. At the same time, man, I do think most of these guys belong in the A tier with maybe the exception. Oh, hang on. Dirk is in S tier. Maybe with the exception of MJ, maybe, Magic Johnson, Cedric. But no, you can't really argue about Zion. You can't argue about Wes. You can't argue about Luka, LeBron, KD, Anthony Davis. You want to put Kawhi Leonard a little lower? Okay. If you want to put Havlicek a little lower, Brandon Roy, okay. At the same time, man, this is my tier list. That is going to be the video, guys. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and I will see you guys in the next one.